he was an Itochi Jedi Master.
There have not been battles like these since the days of the Old Republic.
So what is the life story of Ceci Tin? The Kangaroo Sans presents Star Wars Lore Episode 75, The Life of Ceci Tin. Tin was born on the moon of Itoch, and as a child, he proved to be a very good pilot, a natural in fact. He was found to be force sensitive by scouts from the Jedi Order. Soon after, he was on his way to Coruscant's Jedi Temple to be raised there and learn the ways of the Jedi. Tin had an advantage over the other students. He had telepathic abilities. Although he still had to learn to fully control his power, he was able to read opponents' strategies during lightsaber combat training. Although the other students saw him as some sort of cheat, Jedi Counselor Omo Bowry noticed his unique ability and kept a close eye on him. Bowry offered Tin the chance to be his Padawan after he graduated from the academy, an offer which was accepted. He became very intrigued by his new master, as Bowry had a unique ability also, which made his brain very hard to understand. Because of this, he spent much of his time trying to understand the mind of his master and use the Force to increase his telepathy skills. For many years, Tin and his master travelled the galaxy and partook in many missions. This led Tin to being promoted to the rank of Jedi Knight. Because of their time together, both men formed a strong bond, but Bowry became missing in action and was presumed dead after a mission that went wrong. Tin actually refused to speak at his master's funeral and afterwards fell into a period of isolation. During this time, he pursued the path of the Jedi Guardian, and since he was a brilliant pilot, he became an ace pilot in the Jedi Starfighter Corps. Even with the encouragement of Mace Windu, and the fact his master played an important part in his development as a Jedi, Tin refused to accept his own Padawan. Instead, he spent much of his time as a Jedi Knight trying to communicate with the deceased Bowry. Eventually, Tin became a Jedi Master and was also given a seat on the Jedi Council. Not long after, the Stark Hyperspace War began. During the conflict, he played a key role in helping Jedi and Republic soldiers. In addition, he used his excellent piloting skills to lead the Red and Blue squadrons to victory against Ayako Stark's forces in the 5th Battle of Kotal. Even though the Jedi High Council discouraged personal attachments, Tin kept a starfighter he had been given by those he helped during a mission. He stored the personally named Sharp Spiral in the temple's docking complex when not piloting it on missions. He loved the ship and frequently updated its parts and systems. Tin was a member of the council when Master Qui-Gon Jinn presented Anakin Skywalker, who he believed was the chosen one. Although the council voted not to train the boy, Tin was one of the few members who voted yes. However, after Jinn's death, the council decided against their earlier decision to not train Skywalker. Tin, along with the other High Council members, travelled to Naboo for Jinn's funeral. Whilst on Naboo, Tin used his time there effectively as he investigated Darth Maul's ship. He found many Sith artifacts which he turned over to specialists in the Order for studying. Over the next 10 years, Tin maintained his seat on the council, but many often questioned if he should have such status. This was because he offered little to the council's discussions. Not long after, Tin was part of the Jedi strike team who attempted to rescue Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Padme Amidala from the Petranaki Arena. He helped fight off the droid assault, but when he and the others were surrounded, Grandmaster Yoda came to the rescue alongside the new clone army. He, Luminara Unduli, Roth Del Masona, and Shak Ti fled the arena in the same Republic gunship to take the fight to the droid forces. However, he soon took to the skies in the Sharp Spiral to help fellow Master Adi Gallia in the battle above Geonosis. Afterwards, he was falsely recorded as a victim of the battle, but debunked that judgment when he reported back to Coruscant. Soon after this event, the Clone Wars began. Like most other Jedi, Tin became a Jedi General for the wars. One of his first actions as a general was fending off CIS forces from his homeworld alongside Mace Windu. Throughout the wars, he and Windu took part in many missions, and sometimes the two teamed up with Kit Fisto and Agent Collar. Throughout the rest of the Clone Wars, he did assist on the ground, but mostly provided air assault. Nearing the end of the wars, he pointed out evidence that helped prove Ahsoka Tano attempted to bomb the Jedi Temple. However, she was framed and rejected the Council's offer to rejoin the Order. When Separatist forces attacked Coruscant in the final days of the war, Tin led a squadron of ARC-170 starfighters into battle. After the battle over Coruscant, Tin returned to the Jedi Temple. Over the growing agreement that Chancellor Palpatine was growing too powerful, Windu, Collar, Fisto and himself left the temple and went on a mission to have Palpatine relinquish his emergency powers. Before they left the temple, Skywalker informed them that the Chancellor was actually the Dark Lord of the Sith they were trying to find. Their mission was then updated: arrest the Chancellor. Before they entered his office, Fisto told Tin that he'd feel much more calmer if Masters Kenobi, Plo Koon and Yoda had been with them, but he scolded Fisto for not having faith in their ability to arrest Palpatine. When the four entered the office, Windu declared Palpatine was under arrest.
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you are under arrest, Chancellor.
After accusing the Jedi of treason, the Sith Lord ignited his lightsaber and leapt towards Collar. After stabbing the Jedi, Tin saw an opening and attempted to strike Palpatine from behind. However, he turned around and slashed Tin at the waist. Ultimately, all four perished, and thus began the Great Jedi Purge. Although the Galactic Empire tried to erase any trace of the Jedi, Tin's legacy continued. After his death, Senator Bail Organa used the Jedi beacon transceiver from the Jedi Sharp Spiral in order to rescue Kenobi and Yoda. Furthermore, Luke Skywalker discovered and used a holocron of Tin's, which was of him delivering his longest lecture at the Jedi Temple. Now it's time for this week's question. Out of Agent Collar, Kit Fisto and Saesee Tiin, who is your favourite Jedi? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to learn more about Saesee Tiin's personality and abilities, then click on the link on screen or the one in the description. Remember to vote for next week's episode by linking one of the two comments below. If you want to learn more about someone or something from the Star Wars universe, leave a comment. And for more Star Wars lore, keep it locked here to the Countdown.
We must break through now. Very well. Wing commanders, form up. We're going in.